Can't with this guy, man. He wants to be Tate. He's basically a Nazi at this point, and he's
What? I'm basically a Nazi?
also pro-Putin. Like, bro, pick a struggle, please.
I blue pill about foreign policy. I think I am. I thought Russia was bad. I didn't even know.
Well, I mean, even if Russia was bad, what do we have business doing in Ukraine and Russia? That's their business. Look, if we can learn from our mistakes and involving ourselves in Vietnam and Iraq, we should stop getting in wars that have nothing to do.
There you go. Great point, Sneako, from 5 months ago. They lied about Vietnam. They lied about Iraq. They lied to go to war time and time again. But then we think, oh, but Ukraine, this is good. They're not gonna lie now. Of course, it's always war by deception, and we just turn our heads away and think that the government is not gonna lie to make money. Okay, this red pill idiot Sneako loves Putin and Russia. Thanks for the 20, abortion survivor. Get a job, you brokey losers. Let's go.
Some time ago on my channel, I made a video about Andrew Tate and his amazing takes on the Russian-Ukrainian conflicts. Now, I'm assuming that most of you guys know who Andrew Tate is and also dislike him, so you can only imagine what his takes were. Not only did he and his brother call Vladimir Putin a certified G.
Give me that, because you don't want it.
Putin is a G. Putin is the original horseback riding, Christian Christ defending, get out of my country G. Undisputed. Not even that. He demoted himself from president and then still ran shit, bro.
Because you know, when I go to Ukraine, I've got a similar attitude.
But also, Andrew Tate basically said that this entire war is fake and it's basically here to distract us from the collapse of America and the woke Western walls or whatever.
Don't worry, there's going to be a big thing in February, World War III, to distract us.
And Andrew Tate basically said that Russia is completely justified in what they're doing, so...
Completely justified. If China established military bases in Mexico, the US would invade Mexico. We would bomb them. We would kick them out. Stop knocking on our door. Get out. What?
Oh, it was basically the classic take of, it didn't happen, but they deserved it. And to be honest, as a Russian, reacting to these moronic takes of a red pill guru regarding Ukraine was actually a lot of fun. And that is why in today's video I decided to react to uninformed takes on Ukraine coming from my Andrew Tate wannabe. And that person, of course, is Sneako.
Let's go. Woke. Good. Yes.
Hello Blazers, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. How guys doing today? Welcome to a brand new video, and in today's video, guys, we're gonna be reacting to Sneako, the legendary red pill guru, and his uninformed, horrible takes on Russia and Ukraine. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with who Sneako is, essentially he's a YouTuber that I personally used to—
I'm a rumbler, you fucking loser. You know I'm a rumbler. I knew you were gonna say that bullshit too. You know where I'm at. You're gonna go and use my material and not even say what the fuck website I'm on. You have the privilege of getting access to mainstream platforms because of your NPC takes about Russia, Ukraine. So fine, but at least if you're gonna go and make fun of me, at least if you're gonna use my videos and my likeness and my face, tell the people what website I'm on. Because right now I'm still dominating on YouTube and I've been banned for 7 months straight. None of you losers even have the credibility to even cite me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Rumble, taking over.
To follow for some time. He was providing commentary on different social issues, all in a very nice, highly edited format. One reason that I personally like Sneako was actually that he used death grips in his videos, and I thought that was pretty cool.
So you a fan? You a fan? Okay, but go fucking stroke off the YouTube bots who don't even know where I'm at right now. They just know my name. But you've been a fan for years, and you can't even just give me a little link? Not even a little link?
Cool. But essentially Sneako is a person who used to be a sort of a relatively normal person on YouTube, who suddenly had this insane red pill transformation, started spitting some absolutely insane misogynistic, racist stuff, ended up
W misogyny, W racism in the chat, let's fucking go!
Completely being banned off of YouTube.
And was I bro, how many times do I need to go and show videos from 2015 where I was saying the exact same shit I'm saying now, before people are like, oh, he used to be normal, then he changed.
And it's basically still a pretty large persona now on YouTube, and a person that is just being clowned by absolutely everybody, and you know, being an NPC.
Hey, you fit right in. Woo, you fit right in, bro. Why is that? Like, you kind of glossed over this fact, and plus we're all love speech, so you know, I'm not gonna go insulting anymore, but for you to like ironically insert yourself into the swordboard collage, but also unironically fit perfectly right across from all of them with the same haircut, demeanor, and face and voice, Even though you're Russian and should be based? Come on, man.
I want to join the club. If you want to learn more about Sneako and his story, you should watch a video by Gatsu, a friend of mine. I'm actually in that video. I was very, very high when we recorded that. So
Oh, so you're high as shit making... Okay, all right. Bro, you've been a hater for a minute, huh?
What do you think about the Jews?
First of all, imagine asking Nick Fuentes that. Like, I wonder what he thinks, bro. Yeah.
I didn't know what he was thinking. I never heard about him until that stream, so I just asked him a question.
I wonder.
Yeah, I have no idea what he might think.
I can only imagine.
I think it's a lot of fun. However, that is not what we're here for, because we want to see what Sneako has to say on Russia and Ukraine. Let's check it out.
Any of the bots who are advocating for Ukraine, pray for Ukraine, Ukraine flag in bio, you fucking bot. You are actively advocating for World War III. All of you. You want global tyranny.
First of all, I just want to say, I love this like TikTok format of him like spitting truth and enlightening people with a Spider-Man video.
How, you know how many of these like I'm so intellectual because TikTok is, do you think I edit these? Do you think that I'm there after my stream? Okay, let me go put Spider-Man gameplay over me talking.
No, this is not even edited by him. This is edited by his like bot followers. But I just love that.
Chad, yo, he just called you bot followers because you're making money editing up someone's stream instead of just complaining and not citing me? You're making fun of people who want to go make money on social... Chad, he just called you bots.
Sneako knows that nobody who's ever actually gonna listen to his thoughts has like more than 2 brain cells or has the attention span that is more than 2 seconds.
Okay, but you clearly listen to my stuff. What are you talking? You just established you do.
It kind of almost reminds me of this other video he recorded, which is
I want to watch... Why you laugh like a... Why is your laugh soy? Watch Lil Nas X. I like what's on the trending page. Lock me down, inject me, inject again. I'm gay, trans, and I am boosted.
That is a guilty pleasure of mine. That is one of my favorite videos on the internet. It's up there with Space Ghost Perp disses everyone, you know?
I'm being ironic. Whoa. Good. No, love speech. You're right. All right. Yes.
But anyway, let's let him cook. Let's see what he has to say in Ukraine.
Any of the bots who are advocating for Ukraine, pray for Ukraine, Ukraine flag in bio, you fucking bot.
So if you guys are not familiar with Sneako, one of the main things that he copied from Andrew Tate, which is now his thing, is calling people NPCs and bots. Essentially, if you have any sensible opinion on any topic, like racism is bad, or hating women is bad, or, you know, trans people deserve rights or whatever.
Base! Yo, this guy thinks trans people are people?
You're an NPC because that's what like the majority of people think. If you want to be a true thinker, you gotta elevate yourself and not think like the rest of the bots out there now.
No, you just can't believe in the generic copy and paste, I care about current thing because I was told to by my feed.
The thing, Sneako, is that you don't know that you've met your fucking kryptonite right bots out there now. The thing, Sneako, is that you don't know that you've met your fucking kryptonite right here.
Who the fuck is you? Who is you?
Me. Because here's the thing, my guy, I am from Russia. And in Russia, advocating for Ukraine or praying for Ukraine is not what a bot would do. In fact, it's something that
it's not what a bot would do.
Lands you in jail. Because Russia is an authoritarian country that has no free speech, which you love, by the way. So maybe yes, in the West, if you support Ukraine by, you know, Sneako's logic, you are an NPC and a boss. However, in Russia, if you support Ukraine, you're actually a brave person that goes against the odds of society and against all the NPCs out there.
Okay, it's not about going against the grain. It's just about looking at how Biden bombed the Nord Stream pipeline. They don't want an alliance between Germany and Russia. It's not about going against the grain. Just this is very clearly a proxy war that U.S. is using to fund the military-industrial complex. America will always be at war so that you could just make a bunch of money. It's a money laundering scheme. Obviously, what $180 billion goes to Ukraine, right back into the military-industrial complex. It doesn't take a fucking genius to figure it out. This is a proxy war.
So, by your logic, Sneako, I am not an NPC and a bot. So, guess what? People with different opinions from you can have those opinions for good reasons.
You want global tyranny. You want NATO to be in control. You want globalist power. if you are for Ukraine, if you're praying for Ukraine, enjoy war. Chat, guess what religion Zelensky is? World War III. Putin is absolutely right to do everything he's doing.
Sneako essentially is the perfect example of this type of right-wing sort of, small governments, anti-globalist idealist.
Base! That sounds great!
Whose, entire life is based around, hating the spread of, like, the Western degeneracy in the world or whatever, and globalism or whatever, which is, first of all, opposing imperialism and tyranny is actually really good. The problem, though, is that Russia, which you seem to be an adamant supporter of, is doing nothing but spreading imperialism and tyranny just from the other side, while also shooting itself in the foot and ruining an entire generation's, opportunity for a good future in the country. So, Sneako is essentially part of the bigger problem that I've already laid out on this channel years ago when I was talking about Westerners sort of idolizing Russia because they oppose the Western progressive way of thinking and life.
That's why Putin is such a G, because he holds on to Orthodox Christian values. He calls out the gay people infiltrating the church. He thinks that marriage is between a man and a woman. He's holding on to what makes Eastern Europe great.
For whatever. And because they think that Russia is like a bastion of conservative hope in the world, and that Putin is actually like the leader of the free world or whatever, which, if you actually talk to anybody from Russia or from the countries that Russia has fucked with, that's not true. And Sneako essentially is the exact same, except Sneako is spreading this message to a younger audience that is like obsessed with Twitch drama or whatever these people, talk about.
Oh, whatever these people talk about. You're gonna act like superior to this when you're contributing to it right now?
Meanwhile, Sneako has zero awareness of the world in the post-Soviet space, not realizing that he's been a complete NPC and a bot himself. Let's check out this other clip I found in which he actually talks to Andrew Tate's brother tristantate, uploaded by @tatespeech. This is already terrible.
I mean, I live on the border of Ukraine right now, and I don't want to get your stream taken down by talking about, the Russia-Ukraine thing, but that's what's happening at the moment. And let me just tell you, this whole Putin's an evil dictator who invaded our country, that is not the narrative of a lot of the Ukrainians who are crossing the border into Romania. They're mad at the United States.
Wait,
and there's a video of me on my Instagram driving up to the border to deliver coats, shoes, clothes, food.
Oh, I'm such a good guy. I did so much charity. Nobody who ever does charity and is like a benevolent person talks about it, you fucking buffoon.
But
imagine calling somebody a buffoon for giving money to charity.
Some leftist liberal in the United States.
He's vaccinated, right? Hey, what's your name? NF whatever. You're vaccinated, right? Come on. And when you do a video reaction responding to this, just use this part to admit that you took the booster shot. We know you did. I can hear it in your
will tell me that I'm wrong about the Ukraine situation, which is hilarious because I'm actually hearing it from the Ukrainians coming across the border.
Look, dude, the Ukrainians that I know and I talk to regularly would deck you in your face for saying this. They would actually do it.
Why don't you do it then? You seem like so arrogant and smiley and giggly about it. Why don't you and go tell Tristantate that you're gonna deck him in his face? See how that works out.
They would destroy you for saying this. Are there people in Ukraine that are pro-Putin? Yes, there are, believe it or not. Are there people in Ukraine that think that Putin is like, trying to save them from the evil West or whatever? Yes, there are, because Ukrainian people, just like Russian people, are susceptible to propaganda, and a lot of it is Russian propaganda coming from Russia. And believe it or not, Russian propaganda is effective on Ukrainians as well. And there's a lot of elderly Ukrainians who might not have certain access to information that might think this way. And yes, I do not doubt that Tristantate actually had these encounters. However, first of all, this video came out at the very start of this special military operation, which is a time when a lot of people were very confused. And the thing is, from what I see, even the—
Also, he's 7 minutes like in this video and he still hasn't debunked anything. Like, what has he really said besides like the major point he's made so far is that he thought he was going to debunk my NPC bot thing because like, well, actually, I'm not a bot. That was it. And what, Tristan doesn't actually do charity? What were his major points so far? If you make your whole channel about this, you're doing pretty bad of a job so far.
People who thought the way that you describe, their opinions have changed since then, after a year of full-on conflict. There was a lot of terrible things that Russia has done, which made the people change their minds and actually realize that maybe this is not about us being saved from the evil West. And dear Tristan, you didn't even speak Ukrainian or Russian. I speak Russian, which gives me the good ability to understand Ukrainian as well. And from what I see from the young generation of Ukrainians online, from what I see from Ukrainians online in general—
Bro, his argument is, I speak Ukrainian better than you, so I know know more about this proxy war that's going to start World War III. Are you dumb?
People absolutely fucking hate Russia right now. And I don't want to speak for Ukrainians here, but I do think that a lot of Ukrainians would think that people like this, who would blame the United States over Russia, are basically traitors to Ukraine. That seems to me like the overall consensus. So claiming that the majority of Ukrainians are like pro-Putin actually is fucking nonsense. And once again, I would like Tristan to come up to Ukrainian refugees in Poland or something and say this to their face.
I did. I was just in Warsaw. I was just in Warsaw and I was hanging out at a housewarming. And there's so many Ukrainian refugees wandering around right now. And all of them, I would say to their face, I'd be like, you know, Putin's base. What? And they're smoking like the little evaporated cigarettes that these Europeans, like the heated cigarette things. No, but I'm like, nah, Putin's a G. Like, he's completely justified. Biden bombed the Nord Stream pipeline. Of course, this war is garbage. Of course, he needs to protect his border. NATO is knocking on his door. What do you think he's going to watch? You think they've been harassing him for years? You think he's going to sit? Come on. Putin's a G. Well, no, I don't think so because my family. No, not your family. Tell me why Putin is wrong. Because it's straight up. You know how many like Ukrainian refugees are just wandering around in Eastern Europe right now? This guy thinks that like, oh, Sneako's an American. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, I be knowing, man.
Then I want to see what the reaction will be because I really do not think they will zap you up, my guy. I really don't think so.
Where nothing bad happens, and now that something's bad happening, everyone's freaking out. But like that's just regular in third world countries all over the world. So like, why do we need to care about this white country?
But why shouldn't we care?
Because we have no connection to it.
Americans need to stop thinking that we need to be involved in every other war. It's BLM, then it's Ukraine. This other issue. We don't need to give money to this war that has absolutely nothing to do with us. It's time to focus on ourselves. We need to put America first. We have so many problems. There's the fentanyl problem in this country, and we're giving $180 billion to Ukraine. Like, why does the left attach themselves emotionally so much? Their empathy is being utilized so easily to care about something that has nothing to do with them when there's so many problems that we need to take care of here.
One Ukrainian person. Exactly. You don't
wait, let me answer.
Zelensky.
Who's that?
The president.
Yes,
Prime Minister.
I only met him. When did you learn about
last week?
Last week.
Exactly.
Hey, Sneako, do you have any empathy?
Yes.
Where's it at?
Here, I love people. I hope they don't die. That sucks. That sucks for them. But I don't care about you. I don't know you.
You're such a child. It's so, I mean...
There's wars all over the world. There's problems all over the world. Of course, it sucks that people died. It sucks that there's warfare. But how much can you really invest into these problems, into these issues that we are never going to really face? Why do they force us to care about something that's miles and miles away emotionally? Like, think about it. Before the media manipulated you and told you to care about this, would you have cared if you didn't see other people saying pray for Ukraine? If you didn't see other people put the Ukraine flag in their bio?
This is one thing that just amazes me about the red pill community. It's like, how can a person that claims to be like a role model for men, who will teach men how
when have I claimed that?
To be, you know, uncucked and how to be masculine or whatever. How is this guy like so devoid of any qualities that make somebody an actual man? Which is empathy, the ability to listen to other.
Empathy are qualities that make you a man, and your earring and okay, but love speech, but you already put yourself in the soul book.
People to help those in need. You're a child. You're mentally 12 years old.
What are your thoughts on modern American foreign policy?
I am pro-Putin. I think that we should not involve ourselves in foreign affairs. It's a proxy war.
Why doesn't he respond to that?
We have no business in Ukraine at all. They're using it.
It's a proxy war. Pfft, dude, you're so smart. Holy shit. I'm Johnny and I'm 12 years old. He said proxy war. I've never heard that phrase before in my life, dude. This guy speaks the truth and he jokes about racial minorities. I'm gonna smash like. You are a child and your fan base are fucking children.
Chat, you're just gonna take that? You're just gonna take that?
This is truly a double-digit IQ.
Hey, 117 IQ, this is a side picture.
I've seen one. Also, why would your response to the question on your thoughts on American foreign policy be, I am pro-Putin? Why are you pro-Putin? Do you enjoy Russia's rapid economic growth? Or maybe do you enjoy Russia's great side rates? Or maybe do you enjoy an entire country on copium which has been basically ruthlessly pillaged for the past 20 years and all the money was sent to offshore accounts in the EU and, you know, the Cayman Islands? Do you think...
I'm pro-Putin because he is resisting the Western degeneracy. He's one of the biggest global leaders. He's one of the biggest leaders right now that is against everything that's making the West crumble.
An
Very
army
simple.
and industry that is in complete distress is, based? Do you think having a passport that is so bad that you're not able to travel anywhere is great? Because Sneako, like, once again, you're against America and NATO. Just like other washed-up celebrities like Steven Seagal, you can go to Russia and get a Russian passport. I'm waiting
Did he just equate me to Steven Seagal?
for that day, Sneako. It's about that time.
We have no business in Ukraine at all. They're using it. The same thing with, look what happened with FTX. They're using the Ukraine war to funnel money to the Democratic Party. FTX, it's just one giant global scam. We should get out of Ukraine.
He's giggling, but this is just true.
We should let Putin take it over. He's completely justified in wanting to invade.
How is he justified? Like, what is Sneako's...
Because they've been knocking on his door. NATO's been harassing him for years. Why would you let somebody, once again, imagine if the CCP started establishing military bases in Mexico. United States would immediately say, get the fuck out of here, get out of Mexico, and we would invade.
I wonder what Sneako's argument is, really. Because I don't think Sneako cares about the 8 years of, genocide of Russian-speaking people in the Donbass, which we all know, of course, happens. Of course. But I don't think he cares about that. Because once again, he doesn't care about quote-unquote people in third world countries dying because it's like a normal thing in third world countries to happen. So
Of course it's bad. Of course it's bad. What do you want us to do besides donate money to charities that a lot of times are scams and then put a flag in our bio? What do you think the solution is for random people, for the chat? Everybody here that you're calling children saying that we're stupid, what the fuck do you want us to do?
Where nothing bad happens, and now that something's bad happening, everyone's freaking out. But like that's just regular in third world countries all over the world.
what justifies it, Sneako? Is it that the rest of the world should just, let Russia invade anybody, without any repercussions whatsoever? Is it that, the world community should not react to events like this in any way? There was this other guy in the 20th century which, started invading countries and stuff, and people didn't react for a while.
Chat, don't do it for optics. Don't do it.
And it actually ended up really bad for everybody. So maybe the world community should have some sort of reaction, because it's actually a massive threat to world security and is actually the thing that is pushing the world towards World War III. I don't know, dude, maybe, but I'm just a bot and NPC though, so I think I'm a little biased.
Hillary is woke.
Fauci is my savior.
I wanna watch Lil Nas X.
I like what's on the trending page.
Lock me down. Inject me. Inject again.
He thinks I'm funny. It's okay. Hey, but when you respond, tell me, just look at the camera and say, yeah, I'm vaccinated. I folded. I'm gay, trans, and I am boosted.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to know. I don't understand.
So
I thought Russia was like bad.
well, that's part of the programming, but
Okay.
you don't really know why. No, Putin's justified. So
Thinking that Russia's bad is part of the programming, guys. You guys have opened...
She thought Russia was bad and she had no reason why. Isn't that proof in real time that there's programming? She says Russia's bad. Doesn't know.
Programmed to believe this. So have I, My programming has been living in Russia for 24 years, That was my programming to think that Russia's government is bad. So Sneako can't really come for me, but you guys though watching this video, you guys gotta have better justifications, because, Sneako's gonna call your bots and you'll have nothing to respond with, Your argument will be completely shattered, so you guys better get working.
why? No, Putin's justified. So they're putting missiles and they're putting weapons of mass destruction in Ukraine right next to Russia.
That is a lie. That is a lie.
I think NATO wants to get Ukraine involved in that. They're trying to globalize the world. It's all part of the New World Order. So Putin wants to invade. He doesn't want Ukraine. He doesn't want missiles right next to his country. So he's invading. He's saying, no, I'm against NATO. Fuck off. And then America's like, but Ukraine is Zelensky.
Okay, so you're pro-Putin, so explain to me what kind of a chess move it was that Finland just joined NATO after Russia started messing with Ukraine. Because now NATO's border with Russia has increased. And now NATO actually can station missiles on the border with Russia. I wonder what kind of, Putin W that was. I also wonder if you even heard of the fact that Putin actually tried to join NATO at one point. So according to you, Putin was also, part of the globalist power that wanted to turn the world into a new world order. So again, I don't think
how long ago was that though?
You know anything about history of Russia or Ukraine or any of these countries, and I think it's very possible that Sneako's take of name one Ukrainian person. Like, have you ever heard of Ukraine?
White country. Why shouldn't we care? Because we have no connection to it. Name one Ukrainian person. Yes. Exactly.
Do you care about Ukraine? Why? Those are actual people.
I don't know one person. Name one Ukrainian person.
You don't have to know somebody to care, you know?
You know, that whole entire thing he has, I think it's just him showing that he did not know what Ukraine is until 24th of February 2022. So, again, you don't know shit about history. You don't know what it's like to be Russian or Ukrainian. You don't know shit about this region or the history of this region. So, shut up. Your entire opinion is just formed of this ridiculous, like, conspiracy theory brain, Mark Dice fucking... What's that guy that does these, like, ridiculous anti-vaccine pictures? That is you. That is you right now. Like, you're an NPC. You gotta realize that.
America needs a new world order. Russia good, fighting against imperialism and fighting against woke bad.
This is bot cope.
LGBT bad, Putin good for banning LGBT based, Putin based president.
That's you. That is you. You fucking bots.
It doesn't work, bro.
Flipping it on you.
And he's a good guy, and we have nothing. Like, why do we care about Ukraine? They've brainwashed all of us. Putin is completely justified. I'm pro-Putin.
Oh my God.
I can't with this guy, man. He wants to be Tate. He's basically a Nazi at this point, and he's
What? I'm basically a Nazi?
also pro-Putin. Like, bro, pick a struggle, please.
Am I blue pill about foreign policy? I think I am. I thought Russia was bad. I didn't even know.
Well, I mean, even if Russia was bad, what do we have business doing in Ukraine and Russia? That's their business. Look, if we can learn from our mistakes in involving ourselves in Vietnam and Iraq, we should stop getting in wars that have nothing to do with it.
There you go. Great point, Sneako, from 5 months ago. They lied about Vietnam. They lied about Iraq. They lie to go to war time and time again. But then we think, oh, but Ukraine, this is good. They're not gonna lie now. Of course, it's always war by deception, and we just turn our heads away and think that the government is not going to lie to make money off of this one in particular.
With us.
Imagine comparing Vietnam and Iraq to Ukraine. That is not like an applicable comparison.
How? What do you mean?
Wait.
What do you
In the slightest. You think you're being so original in your
tell me how. Tell me how.
thinking by like opposing American imperialism. Dude, most of the world does. Like, this is just peak I'm not like the other girl syndrome. And it's just, you know, yet again, this guy is literally my video from a few years ago called Stop Analyzing Russia Personified. You know, these red pill people that, you know, oppose...
Oh my God, this guy's repeating himself. How is it any different than the U.S. involvement in Iraq and Vietnam, another war, another proxy war meant to fund the military-industrial complex? Explain that instead of just saying that I'm a red pill, whatever.
Like, you know, Western
Bro, check. Okay, Moon said 100 million to Ukraine. It's 180 billion. 180 billion. Not million, billion.
Degeneracy or whatever that are super woke and everything that the US does. These people essentially end up simping for Russia because in their heads, in their opinion, Russia is this sort of, you know, base conservative country where there's no feminists, there's no, you know, annoying women that, you know, you have to listen to. These people think that Russian women are all, you know, subservient, quiet housemates essentially.
Bro, he's just making non-arguments. He has no points.
And that Russia is
what the fuck does that have anything to do with the proxy war?
Country that is free of, you know, woke culture or whatever, and that is why Russia has more free speech than the West, because in Russia you can say the N-word, basically. And these people literally end up thinking that Russia is a freer country than America, than countries of the European Union. And now with this, you know, new developments in the Russia storyline, they're simping for Russia even more because...
I wish I still had the Soul War collage because, bro, I don't know what it is with guys in this haircut, but they really don't like me.
Now Russia is also fighting against evil American imperialism by doing more imperialism and bringing more pain and hurts into the world.
It's a business. Being at war constantly funnels a lot of money for the American government.
But they also spend the money too. Like, doesn't it? It's like a big percentage of our national budget.
It's a giant scam. Like, we give 45 billion to Zelensky, and then he's giving handouts to different
Man, 5 months ago it was 45 billion. Look at what it is now.
Politicians. That money's not really going to Ukraine.
Oh. Oh, see, I got red pilled even further. I didn't even.
I don't know who this lady is. I don't want to say anything bad about her, but is she high? Filming this, like,
okay, you said you were high the last time you made a video hating on me, and now you're gonna use that as an insult on someone else? Shut up.
You gotta have better responses than that, honestly. Well, I'm assuming that Sneako has seen all the documents of how money flows to Ukraine, and he has real proof that that money is not being actually sent to Ukraine. And if it isn't, then I wonder how Ukraine is winning exactly, you know? I mean, his point is the US is giving money to Ukraine, and therefore is like, you know, funding World War III or whatever, and we should stop doing this and just let Russia take over, because of course that's, you know, logical. And it's obviously, you know, due to the support, Russia is having a very hard time right now. But also, the US is sending money to Ukraine, however, probably it's not actually going to Ukraine, it's actually going to Democrat politicians' pockets. So, in reality, Ukraine is not getting help then, I guess. I don't know.
Zelensky is like, that's the biggest example of a GoFundMe scam. The guy's like a gay comedian. They propped him up as the president. He has all these handlers telling him what to do. He gets to affect American politics by shaking his hands and seeming like the good guy. They give him prizes. They give him Time Person of the Year. And then he gets richer than Fauci within a year. And then most Americans who are given money or are supporting this don't even know what the war's about.
Like, once again, it's this, classic takeoff. It didn't happen, but they deserved it. So,
W. Putin.
Project Axiom says bots never admit that the people of the Donbass have been bombed by Ukraine since 2014, since the U.S. backed coup. They asked Putin to intervene. All videos on it are only on BitChute. I had to Discord. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to find the correct. You can't really cover the war properly on Twitter or anything like that. I've seen videos on Telegram, but you can't. Like, think about it, chat. Why do you think you haven't seen any footage of this war? Think about it. You don't see it on mainstream news. You don't really see it. They hide any of this because they want to continue the message that Ukraine needs more and more money. So the Biden administration could keep funneling money to this country while you don't really know what's going on. But we have the technology to. The only thing you'll see is like people taped up on a tree. You're not seeing any warfare footage.
Yeah, I don't think I will. I don't think I will personally. All I see here is just, an appalling lack of knowledge on anything. A very America-centric view of the world because obviously, these people think that everything revolves around America and that, this is all part of a huge scam and plan. And maybe Russia's in on it too. And Sneako doesn't care about the people of Ukraine, which are over 40 million people, by the way. He doesn't care. He has no empathy because he's a child mentally and emotionally. And his brain is literally just a mush consisting of right-wing conspiracy theories. He's basically, on the level of Mark Dice at this point, or Alex Jones, or any of the fine gentlemen that, spew their bullshit on the internet. Yeah, man, I mean, what do I gotta say here? It's just really sad that...
Yeah, if it's bullshit on the internet, then why are me and Alex Jones banned? If it's if it's so stupid, if it's so childish, then why do they need to get rid of us? You will always, your people with your vaccinated hair will always have access to these platforms. You're never gonna get banned. Keep saying this. You'll make all the YouTube AdSense. If it's so stupid and childish, then it would be able to be debunked easily. They would keep us on the platforms, and then the people like you would be able to go and your way to make us look stupid. But no, instead they decide to make up reasons to falsely censor us.
A creator that at one point I thought made sort of decent content, that he went down this route and, his downfall has been absolutely insane to see. And yeah, it's not surprising, but it is disappointing to see his takes on Russia and Ukraine. And, seeing this guy that I once thought was a bright individual, basically regurgitating absolutely tired boomer conservative talking points is just really sad. So, honestly, all I can say here is, in, the words of a classic,
Russian Hasanabi,
do not end up like Sneako. Anyways, guys, yeah, that is going to be pretty much it.
Anyways, guys, make sure to like and subscribe.
Well, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, then please make sure to slap the like on it.
Shut the fuck up, man. Okay.
That's it. Your job?